Hi Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your October 16th to the 31st, 2022 reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see the energy that we have to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. We have the Two of Swords. We need to be mindful of getting stuck in ruts, Scorpio, of thinking it has to be one way or the other, and that there's no other option. It has to be done just so. We're actually going to find it very freeing to release ourselves from these bonds and to be able to look at new paths and trust our intuition and trust our greater vision in things. So there is this energy around us of, it's kind of like, it's saying this is the way it has to be, like this is the way it's always been done. And we're actually going to find during this time kind of new routes to do things, new ways to get things done that are going to be surprising, not only to us, but to those around us. There's also somebody you're coming against that's like, no, this is the way it's always been done. This is the way it has to be. And it can actually feel rather daring to say, but what about this? How about that? This person might not be very receptive to it at all. And so it might not be knowledge that they take, but it's knowledge that you're going to utilize for yourself and see that you really go far with it. You actually might find that person coming back and saying, hey, you know what? How did you do that? How did you get there? So it's going to be a bit funny. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. So we are crowned by the Hierophant. We then have the Four of Cups coming through, okay? We have the Ace of Wands and the Fool. There's a way that we're moving forward. There's almost like, I just see this ace as being like some sort of illumination, like a light being struck, a match being struck, okay? There's something that's coming forward that is going to surprise us. It's like, I didn't expect to see it that way. Or it's like a revolution, a realization that comes all at once, and it's like, I didn't expect that. I didn't see that. I didn't think it could be like that. So that opening of the door is going to be, it's going to be quite beautiful. It's going to be quite intense too. So just be aware of this, that all of a sudden you're going to get like an idea and it's like, oh my gosh, I have to do this now. And that's going to be, oh, okay. So I have a really itchy nose right now while I'm reading this right here. And my mother always told me, when you have an itchy nose, it means that you're going to have a fight. It can be somebody who just doesn't see this agreement at all. So just be aware of it, that somebody might like kind of, come up against you during this time and be like, no, it has to be like this. You can't do it like that. So just be very aware. With the Hierophant, you're not going to be reinventing the wheel during this time, Scorpio, that's always what I see with the Hierophant, where it's like steady, true traditions are going to be really relevant. And that's why it's kind of surprising that you're meeting with opposition and that somebody's like, it has to be done this way, because the way that you want to do it, or the way that you're looking at things, it isn't revolutionary. It's not like you're reinventing anything. But it is going to be that you're taking in different kind of modalities, different ways of doing things, and you're mixing it all together. It's like a potion, quite frankly, that is surprising. It's like, oh, well, I didn't think that could happen. Oh, I didn't think that was going to be like this. It's going to very much affect your home. It can also lead to new business opportunities. You can find that from these ideas, you kind of put them out there, you put yourself out there, and people kind of come to you. They're like, oh my gosh, I didn't... You have a certain something to you that makes you stand out. And people are going to be taking advantage of that, or you should be taking advantage of that, Scorpio, so that people can find you. Okay, that's going to be very important. You have a very specific light that you shine on the world, and it's going to be very important that you yourself see it, let alone everybody else. Like, everybody else can see it, that's great, but until you see it within yourself, you're not going to really utilize it. So just be very aware of that. Now, with the Hierophant here, this is Taurus energy, right? So if you have strong Taurus within your life, that comes through very powerfully, or if you have Taurus within your natal chart. But there's a sense here of you being very skilled, okay? You have tremendous skill, and you keep on telling yourself, oh, one day when I know more, one day when I know more, I'll get there. But it's like you have tremendous skill, and you have tremendous raw talent. It's time to start utilizing that. It's really time to move yourself forward with that energy and with that insight and with those ideas. There is a sense here that there is a rule book. You know how you kind of like, oh, I wish there was a rule book? There is a rule book. You're going to be looking at the way different people do things, the way, and you're going to be taking a bit from here, a bit from there. And it's like you're going to say to yourself, like, oh, wow, I found the rule book, or I found the instructions that I needed right now. It's only going to be for right now. It's only going to be for one specific thing. It's not like we find a rule book to life. But you're putting things together in such a way that either you're making this rule book or you have this rule book, but there is just an inside joke going around also. And for whomever this resonates with, Spirit's coming through very, very profoundly and saying, oh, there's somebody who always says, I wish there was a rule book, or, I have the rule book. And that's just coming through very, very, very powerfully right here, right now. There is also a sense with the Hierophant of being a bit more traditional, okay? And this isn't a bad thing. There is a sense of, I want to be kind of like a rabble rouser, or I didn't want to be traditional, and I'm embracing this within myself, and I have to become okay with it. Like, not become okay with it, but yeah, it's a bit. And it can also be that people have teased you. If you're a bit more like a homebody like me, a quiet person like me, you might have been teased for that. And it's just like, that's who you are. And that's the energy that I'm really getting here. Kind of a bit more, quote unquote, traditional, a bit more, quiet here. And I don't know why quiet and traditional are coming together, because that's not necessarily the case. But there's that energy here of, you're not on the wrong track. You're not doing the wrong thing. Stop beating yourself up and start embracing who you are and what you love, because you're going to find that there are other quiet people, out there that like the same things, and you're going to get on really well with them. There's also that need for community. I see like a sense of, I want a celebration. I want people coming together. I want dancing and laughter and happiness and joy and illumination, and just a sense of success, just a sense of beauty, just a sense of wonderment coming with us. And so it's going to be really important during this time to be able to have that. There is also this sense of the horizons are broadening. You had yourself kind of penned in a little bit, or you thought, oh, it can only be this way. Spirit is showing that the horizons are broadening. Things are becoming more than we had anticipated them being, and that's going to be quite surprising, but that's also going to be quite beautiful for us. There is also a sense of a commitment being made. We're making this commitment. I don't see it as we're making this commitment to everyone. We're making this commitment to ourselves, and it's going to be something that's very important. It's going to be something that's very dear to us. And upholding that commitment, upholding that energy is going to be almost sacred. So there's something here that we are saying, this is what I'm doing and this is what I'm going after, or this is what's important to me. And we're making that vow to ourselves, and that's opening up a door to us. With the Ace of Wands, okay? God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, is coming forward with this sense of beauty and connection and brilliance, with a sense of there's more here than meets the eye. And as this comes forward, there is a real sense of being blessed around our passion, around our desires, around where it is that we want to be. Now, there's also something here with the Four of Candles that is saying to us that there's a gift being handed that isn't always going to be seen. Okay? There's something here where it's like there's a power coming forward. We're going to be very much focused on one thing, and divinity is tapping us on the shoulder and saying, hey, look over here, look over here. And with the Ace of Wands, it opens up our eyes to see things in a new way. And there's a sense of a new passion forming within us, a new distinction, a power, a new force. And we're going after what we want. We're going after what we need. And as we do that, we can feel quite foolish. And we can be really, really worried, Scorpio, what everybody else will think. I know, Scorpio, we kind of have this mentality of like, well, I don't care what you think, I'm doing it this way type of deal. But that comes as we mature, as we, get more kind of settled within ourselves. But here, there is this sense of, well, what if they don't understand? What if they don't see the same things that I'm seeing, or don't get where I'm headed? And here's the thing, a lot of people aren't going to understand. They're going to look at it and be like, I don't get it, I don't see it, I don't understand this. It matters that you understand. It also matters that you have a concrete plan, or a plan that really resonates with your soul, your personality type, where you're headed in your life, and that's going to set you apart from the rest. There is a sense here that you have to be okay with making a fool out of yourself, or with having people not understand you, or laugh at you, or not really get what you're doing. You have to be okay with that in order to go after what you want. The people who play it safe, who have everybody's approval all the time, okay, are not the trailblazers. They're not the ones that splash, like make the splashes, or I was just seeing get recognized here, which isn't always the case. You can be tried and true and get recognized, but here it's kind of like you need to dance your own dance. You need to go out there and just be a little bit kooky, a little bit, quirky, a little bit you, and absolutely be unapologetic for it. It's like, this is who I am, this is what I want, this is what I need, this is what I'm going after. It brings us then to go deeper within the tarot. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. These two. Okay. So what's so interesting is that we have the Four of Wands. Okay. It's again that energy coming through. And it's funny because the Four of Candles came through, which is the Four of Cups, came through very powerfully with the energy of the Four of Wands. That's why it said, like, connect and everything. And I realized, I was like, oh my goodness. So here we then have that Four of Wands energy coming through right next to the Hierophant, which makes all the difference in the world. There is such a power here that's connecting with us. There is a sense of, I want those like-minded people. I want that energy that connects with my energy. I'm tired of hiding who I am, and it's time for me to walk as I am and as I want to be, and in the power and the beauty and the tenacity of myself. I'm opening up the door in a very real way, and I'm seeing how I want and how I need to move forward for me. But there's also these new opportunities that are just opening to us, and they're opening to us. It almost feels like kind of the more us we become, the more the door opens. And it's like, oh wow, a part of us is going to think, why the heck didn't I do this before? With the Two of Cups, we're embracing love, as we're embracing new ideas, as we're focusing not only on excuse me not only on the chaos that is around us or the gifts that are coming in, but we're also focusing on the love and the harmony and the beauty and the sense of connection and the sense that I am moving forward to where I really need to be for my heart and my soul and myself. And divinity is guiding us. We can get stuck in ruts during this time, Scorpio. We can get stuck in really thinking like it has to be this way, it has to be one way. And Spirit's just saying, kind of let go of the rules, let go of the rigidity, and you'll be surprised at what comes forward. It moves us to the Ace of Potions and the Queen of Cups. The Ace of Potions, the Ace of Wands, and us, the Queen of Cups, because we're represented by the cups in the Minor Arcana, is coming through in the sense of illuminating your passion. I'm illuminating what you desire. There's fire and there's beauty and there's courage and there's intensity to you. And here with the Queen of Cups, embrace what you love, embrace who you are, open up your heart. There is a real sense of I'm moving forward right now more on instinct, more on gut, more on do I love this? Is this right for me? Am I headed in the right direction? Than almost anything else. And that will become a normal way for us to do things, Scorpio. But it's going to be something that takes us out of our comfort zone as we start to do it, as we start to really, embrace our own instincts and what we want from life. We're building off of ourselves now. And that's going to be something that can feel definitely a bit scary. It moves us to the Fool and the True Love. True Love is also Gemini energy. There is a sense here. Is it foolish to embrace what I love? Is it foolish to go after my passion and what I desire? Will I ever get to where I want to be? And yeah, it might be foolish at times, most definitely. But there's a beauty to it. And there's a beauty to people who embrace what they love and understand that, yes, life will disappoint you. It will hurt you. It will break your heart. It will overwhelm you. But if you can embrace who you are and stand true to that fact, the payoff is absolutely amazing and absolutely beautiful for you. And there's that energy here for you, Scorpio. That sense of, are you willing right now to say, this is what I love and this is who I am? And I'm going to start to smile and I'm going to start to laugh and I'm going to start to embrace true beauty here. Our subconscious energy to be mindful of is the Nine of Cups. There can be a sense of when we have the beauty coming in, it's like, I'm going to hold this all for me. I'm going to, pull this all back for me. So just be very mindful of this, that it can be very overwhelming because we'll be like, oh, I want this for me and nobody else. But the real goal here is to share and connect. It moves us to our subconscious tarot energy, which is the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands and the Star, which is also Aquarius energy. Hold your head up high. Be proud of who you are. There's success coming. You're getting what you wish for. Subconsciously, you know this. You're moving closer to it. But it can also be very terrifying. What if what I wish for comes? And then what do I have to wish for? Then what are my intentions going forward? And what if it's not what I had imagined it to be? There needs to be a level of bravery to us right now, Scorpio. And that bravery is going to set us apart from so many others. And it's going to lead us in a direction that is quite daring for us. It's quite beautiful. It's quite powerful. Let yourself shine. You'll be surprised at how brightly a star can shine. Because isn't our sun just simply our closest star? All right, Scorpio. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy, as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Scorpio, and may prosperity and bounty always be with you.